guys, welcome back to my channel today. Thanks for tuning in. I apologize for my appearance, but I am just about to hop into the shower, hence why I look like this. It's been a relaxing weekend. Today is Sunday. We're just recharging our batteries from our first week of back to school and early mornings. So we've been taking it easy this weekend, but it is time for me to wash my hair. So I thought actually I would just hop on here really quick and share with you guys a quick tip that I use to keep my semi-permanent hair color going longer and lasting longer and more vibrant without having to redo it like every single month. The trick is to use a custom tinted conditioner when you are washing your hair. Again, I wash in cold water and I only wash like once a week unless I absolutely have to wash twice in a week, but generally I don't have to go through a crap ton of dry shampoo, but that's another matter. If you have watched my channel for any length of time or follow me on any social medias, you know that I am all about this like funky color. I was previously like magenta and pink and hot pink and some purples. We called it like My Little Pony hair. And then it kind of like morphed into just like a full head of like hot pink magenta. And just this last spring, we changed it to this like Peacock-Mermaid synergy kind of vibe. In either instance, when it was first done, my best friend and hairstylist Kate Slimco at Rock It Out Salon, she always does like the first color change because we bleach and we, you know, tone and whatever needs to be done, and she goes through and does the original color, and then I maintain it at home. Now, in order for me to not have to recolor my hair like every month, because again, they are semi-permanent colors, so they last about 4 to 6 weeks, but I like to push it. I like to push it to like 8 to 12 weeks, depending on the color. Now, this color that I had, it's been a little bit more difficult because I've had so many colors and there was different placement. It wasn't just like streaks and sections throughout. We did in quadrants, and each quadrant kind of ombre and faded from one color to another. There's so many colors on my head. So I didn't initially use this trick. But I used this trick the entire time that I was pinky, magenta, My Little Pony, whatever color you wanted to call that. I will link my color refresh video that I did myself at home for this. I will link it in the cards. I will link it down below. At the end of the video, you'll see it if you haven't already. So when I recolored it, because I had never done that placement or anything before, it took me some time. That is not something that I want to be doing like every 4 weeks. So a couple of weeks ago, which was at about the like 4-week mark, I noticed that the blue on this end of this quadrant was starting to get really, really pale and really, really fade out. And then there were some bits of like where the orchid was and all of that that were starting to get really faded and pale as well. And I was like, oh my God, if this keeps up like 1 or 2 more washes and those sections are just gonna be like no color. Which, when my hair all faded out the first time before I recolored it myself, it all faded out rather uniform and stayed fairly vibrant for quite some time. And so I didn't have to worry about it too much then. But this time, because a couple of the colors were lighter and a couple of the colors were darker, it wasn't all fading at the same rate. And I didn't want to have to recolor my hair after just a month when half of it was still okay. So I was like, you know what? I am going to start the custom color conditioner again. And it is definitely helping, and it is holding this color much longer. So I thought I would share with you guys how I do my custom color conditioner and show you guys just how easy it is. And it's like probably, aside from the washing once a week and cold water and obviously using sulfate-free products, it is probably like my #1 tip for this semi permanent type of colored hair. Oh my god, when I had like my solid head of like pinky magenta, I could go like 12 weeks without having to recolor my hair because I was using that custom conditioner from day one, and every single time you wash and condition, it just deposits a tiny little bit of color throughout your hair, and it's just enough to like keep the color going over however many weeks, especially when you're doing it regularly. I started this with this color, I think, like I said, about 2 weeks ago, so that's only 2 washes, but still, it is really, really helpful. You can imagine that if I had put peacock green into my conditioner, sure, that would probably be fine with the indigo, the mermaid blue, and obviously the peacock green, but green and purple, not so much, right? So what I chose to do was I chose to do mainly the mermaid blue into my conditioner because lighter blue was what was fading the most. So this would deposit that back in, and this mixed with the orchid, the peacock green, or the indigo would be fine. It really wouldn't have any effect so much on the green or the indigo, and so it would make the orchidy color a little bit more of a deeper bluer tint of purple than the like pinky purple that the orchid is, which I was totally fine with that. And I have noticed over the last 2 weeks it has kind of made the colors more uniform, shall we say, instead of very different and stark from one another, although they all blended really, really nicely because they were all kind of like that peacocky tone. This has just kind of given it some sort of all over hue, let's say, that is very similar. So I also last time though just added a teeny tiny dollop of the indigo just to kind of darken it up a little bit. What I do is I mix it into one of these. This has like a tiny bit of what I mixed up last time, but it's not enough to do my hair again today in the shower. Because I was going to mix it up anyways, I thought I would share with you guys how I do it. So this is just one of those like little hair color bottles. I got mine from Sally's. It was like a couple of bucks, no big deal. So you just open it up. You can see the color that I had there. What I had previously in there was, I was using this conditioner. This is actually the shampoo, but I ran out of my conditioner, and for some reason I didn't hang on to the empty. But it's the same line. This is the shampoo. So it's the L'Oreal Everpure Sulfate-Free Color Care System, the volumizing one for fine colored hair. But I am switching. I usually switch up my shampoos and conditioners and stuff every year or two, just to kind of give my hair some new life so that it doesn't get too used to anything, and you know, just cuz. So I am going to now try this OGX Beauty Biotin and Collagen Thick and Full. I haven't used this brand yet, so this is my first time, but oh my god, this smells so amazing. It's an exclusive formula with vitamin B7, biotin, collagen, and hydrolyzed wheat protein. Helps to infuse nutrients into every strand and creates the appearance of thicker, fuller, healthier looking hair, which is great for me and my fine, limp, lifeless hair. And it is sulfate free, so again, that's very, very important. You can see the sulfate free here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally, come on, whoop, dude, ooh, it's like purpley, huh, didn't see that coming. You don't need to make too much because it's a conditioner, so it's not like you use like a giant mound of conditioner every time you condition your hair. I mean, unless you have a crap ton of hair. I mean, I kind of do, but it's so fine and thin that it's not that much. Whoop, just about missed. I'll deal with that for now. I've got it filled to about here, so like 2 ounces. I don't know if you can see in there, but there it is in there. And then I'm just going to take my Joico Color Intensity Mermaid Blue carefully so that I don't get it all over the place because I'm not wearing gloves. and just go. But I like to, this has like keratin or something in it as well to help strengthen your hair. So there's about, I don't know if you can see that in there. There's that. I'm gonna mix this up and see how dark it is first before I decide if I'm going to add some indigo or not. So yeah, so that is the color. I might add just a little bit more of the mermaid blue, but I don't think I want to add the indigo. Would love to add some orchid in there. I think that would make a beautiful color, but I don't want to put purple over green because that, yeah, ew, that's gonna make mud. Don't want to do that. So with just a little dollop, again, probably about a quarter or a third of what I added the first time. I still have my one that I made up for when I was like pinky magenta. Just in case I go back. It doesn't go bad at all. And then if you do this as well, if you want to just kind of tone your hair, you can put this, like make up more of it obviously, and just put this all over your entire head, dry. Let it sit just as if you were dyeing your hair again, but dye it with this and it'll just kind of tone your hair rather than putting on a whole bunch of just straight colored dye. Actually, I did do that. I will link it in the cards and down below. I did that when I was like pinky magenta. I did a conditioner color refresh, so you can see that as well. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's kind of like a darker sky blue, but I am going to leave it as that. I'm not gonna add any indigo or anything to that. So there you go. That is my trick for color tinted, custom color tinted conditioner. Say that 5 times fast. I'm not going to attempt that. And I'm excited to see how this new conditioner feels as well. I have a new shampoo to try out as well. This orchid oil from OGX Beauty. And it is a fade defying shampoo with UVA and UVB sun filters. So that's really good for this kind of hair color. Again, sulfate free. That is my little trick, and I'm gonna go put this baby to work. So yeah, that is it. That'll do it for this video. Thanks for tuning in and checking out this quick little tip to prolong your semi-permanent colored hair. I hope that this helps you guys, and make sure to check out my other videos on my hair color and whatnot if you're interested. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, comment. You know the drill, and I will see you in my next one. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Bye. Mwah.